When this conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally.
As Iran tightened its grip on Hormuz, Gulf powers rushed to lock in a Plan B. Gulf states raced to bypass the critical oil route as the Iran war escalated. Trump said the strait would reopen naturally, but NATO seemed to be planning otherwise. After rejecting US war demands, NATO allies turned to quiet talks on the future of Hormuz. The threat of Iran maintaining tight control over the Strait of Hormuz had pushed many countries to start weighing alternatives. With the waterway carrying roughly a fifth of the world's oil and gas, its security had become a truly global concern. The wider Middle East war had exposed just how fragile that route was, forcing Gulf exporters to seriously look at new pipeline options. Some analysts warned that fresh overland pipelines might be the only real way to cut the Gulf's exposure to sudden supply shocks. Experts added that these routes would be costly and politically complex, but ultimately necessary to keep energy exports flowing. Saudi Arabia already had a powerful backup in place, its East-West pipeline, which moved crude straight to the Red Sea coast. That route allowed Riyadh to keep exports flowing while bypassing the Strait of Hormuz entirely during moments of high tension. One senior Gulf energy executive even described the pipeline as a genius masterstroke for the region's energy security. This existing infrastructure had helped Saudi Arabia maintain oil shipments and reassure markets, even as geopolitical instability roiled the Gulf. Officials were also examining plans to physically link the Arabian Peninsula to the Mediterranean through Israel's northern port city of Haifa. Such a corridor would give Gulf producers a direct export route into Europe without having to depend on the Strait of Hormuz, according to reporting by the Financial Times. Under these ideas, a broader network of pipelines, railway lines, and highways could be built out to offer multiple paths for moving oil, gas, and goods to global markets. At the center of these talks was the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor, or IMEC, now being pushed as a game-changing route between Asia and Europe. Backed by Washington, the project aimed to connect India to Europe through key Middle Eastern hubs using ports, rail links, and energy pipelines. Supporters said the corridor could work alongside Gulf bypass plans, adding new arteries for oil, gas, and trade and easing pressure on existing routes. Many officials presented IMEC as a long-term answer to the region's over-reliance on the vulnerable Strait of Hormuz. At the same time, reports said the UK was leading talks among 35 nations to build a coalition that could eventually help reopen the strait. France, Germany, Italy, Canada, and the UAE were among the countries expected to join those discussions set for April 2nd. All of this unfolded as Donald Trump told Americans the hard part of the Iran war was already over, and predicted the Strait of Hormuz would open up naturally once Tehran needs to sell oil again.
Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done, so it should be easy. And in any event, when this conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally. They're going to want to be able to sell oil because that's all they have to try and rebuild. It will resume the flowing, and the gas prices will rapidly come back down. Stock prices will rapidly go back up. They haven't come down very much, frankly. Thanks to the progress we've made, I can say tonight that we are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly. We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong. In the meantime, discussions are ongoing. Regime change was not our goal. We never said regime change, but regime change has occurred because of all of their original leaders' death. They're all dead. If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously. We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target of all, because it would not give them even a small chance of survival or rebuilding. But we could hit it, and it would be gone, and there's not a thing they could do about it. They have no anti-aircraft equipment. Their radar is 100% annihilated. We are unstoppable as a military force.